Hello, and welcome to episode 12 of Zeeg777 Simply Magic 2 Let's Play. Today I've been working a little bit on doing some base upgrades here. Mostly visual upgrades at this point. Like I said, big flat wall, don't like it. I'm working on some ideas of what I'd like it to look like. So far I've got pillars, the glass is not centered, I know, I'll fix it. I ran out of glass. Working on that, trying to figure out how I want the exterior to look. Skeleton just shot me. Also went to the end, grabbed some chorus flowers just to get these guys to start growing. I don't really have a need for these at the moment, but I figured this way I've at least got them. Let's renew our flight spell. Yeah, let's go on inside here. And so for today, the main plans are Corporea and transport. So I'm going to get some luminizers in here. I've got these little spots here where I'm thinking I'm going to put them. I don't have this many places to go to yet, but, you know, there's always more to expand to. I haven't touched probably about half the mods in this pack, actually. Just wanted to get the things I know out of the way so that I can have some infrastructure. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started on Corporea. I have a couple quick toys I wanted to make. The first one was this assembly halo. I mentioned a while ago that I always forget to bring a crafting table with me. The next other thing I'd like to make is from EvilCraft, the Exalted Crafter. There's the regular Exalted Crafter and then the wooden Exalted Crafter. Difference between them is one links to your ender chest and the other links to just a regular chest. I'm going to go actually with the non-ender chest version. I already have the Hand of Ender so I can access my ender chest from anywhere. So I'm basically going to be using this as a backpack. I don't really have a backpack in anything. There aren't really any mods in here that have backpacks. So for expanding my inventory, I've got this option here, which, yep, just a regular size crafting table here, or crafting table, and then the storage for a chest here. So that's going to be pretty useful. I can at least keep that with me and have, you know, regular chest worth of items. I'm also going to make later on a rift spell from Ars Magica. It's about two chests worth. A double chest, but for now this will work. I don't actually have any plans for that at the moment. It's really just to keep it. Later on I'll be able to make it empowered, which will make it, if I die, then it won't lose its contents. I won't lose it, I guess it just stays with me. It's kind of like a soulbound enchant. So hopefully it works better than soulbound, because this didn't work, but whatever. I've got the assembly halo like I mentioned. Yeah, the other item I would like to make is a Terra Shatterer. I made a couple Terra Steel ingots here. Mostly I wanted this because, you know, with all the fun that I had trying to chop down those trees before, yeah, it was a little annoying. So the Terra Truncator was what I was wanting, actually. I don't need the Shatterer. I don't really need to mine anymore anyway. But chopping down trees quickly would be really useful. So let me grab, I need 4 of these and a couple living wood. Okay, 4. I need glowstone. And let's go grab some living wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is what I need. Okay, turn that into sticks. And Terra Truncator. I'm actually going to try this out and see if it'll actually work on these extra large trees. I hope it will. I think it should. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. So let's find out. Got most of it. That's actually not too bad. I can get the rest with a dig spell, or actually just fly up here. Might be able to get it from here. I like that. That would have made things much easier. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually have a need for this at the moment. Like I said, I don't have a wood farm or anything. I'll be setting that up later, but I don't really need it. I mostly just need occasional chests now and then. So back to Corporea. Main thing that Corporea needs is pixie dust, sparks, and ender balls. I already got 3 stacks of ender balls. Pixie dust is basically just ender pearls and mana. And then sparks. Sparks are kind of annoying because I need to get blaze powder. I don't have a blaze farm. What I do have is a couple, let me throw this in here. I have a couple of these spawners that I've stolen from the end. For now, I don't have anything fancy, so I'm going to go ahead and farm up some blaze rods. I've got only 28 sparks on me, and I'm going to need, well, I think I'll get up to about a stack, and then I'll be back. Alright, we've got half a stack of regular sparks and half a stack of Corporea sparks. Next up, we're going to need a couple things here. The Corporea index is kind of the, it's kind of like the AE interface, or not interface, the crafting grid. So this is basically where you would request your items. So I'm going to place this up by my storage system, and then I can just ask for any item I'd like. In order to do that, though, I need to actually set up the Corporea network, which requires, well, it needs a master Corporea spark on some inventory. In fact, that inventory isn't ever actually accessed, so that's kind of annoying, but it's basically just going to be a placeholder, kind of. Then I need the Corporea index, which has dragonstone and obsidian and some ender air bottles. I can speak. So let's go ahead and toss the diamonds in here, turn them into mana diamonds. Let's not have that equipped because I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally change something I don't want. And let's, actually, let me check. I think these might be a 2-to-1. I can never remember. Okay, no, it's 1-to-1. Okay, good. So toss those through. Next up, I need some living wood, which over here should be transforming. There we go. Let's go ahead, turn this back. I should have brought more. Run back upstairs, grab all the items I need. Yep, missed. There we go. Need to change out that for a slipstream generator. Let's grab another stack or 2 of you. I guess I kind of do need the wood farm at this point. Okay, swap out you, swap out you. Okay, that's going to kind of change halfway through, that's fine though. Let's run. Why is there a creeper in here? Mr. Creeper, why are you here? Do I have... No, I've got plenty of light. I guess he probably just walked in the front door here. Yep, that's probably it. Need to get rid of those. Anyway, let's go over here, and we're just going to toss... Yeah, we're going to toss all that in. Dreamwood we need for a couple different things. We don't actually need it for this. I think one of these, maybe? No, I need it for the crafting tables, though. So we'll use it. And let's see. Do I have all the things I need? Obsidian's upstairs, and air bottles. That was annoying. Okay, yeah, we're going to close that off now. No more of that. Let's fill you in. Okay, I'll fill the rest in later. Let's go back upstairs, where it's safe. Mostly. Should probably set up some sort of guardian. Anyway, so the Corporea index. We need obsidian, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need ender air, 2 of those. Let's go in here. Corporea index. Boom. Next up, we have the regular Corporea sparks. We need a master Corporea spark, which is dragonstone. So we only need 1 of these. There we go. I wonder if that's within 10 blocks. Anyway, let's place this down. Didn't really plan this out too well. I was planning on putting it here, but then I put this chest here as an input chest. I can't put it here because I've got the button here, right? Yeah. You know, I don't need you sitting here. That's not silly touch. Break you. And place you down instead. Okay. Now, actually, no, we can place the master spark on here. Right click. There we go. So we'll place the master spark on this guy. Basically because I don't need to actually access this inventory. If I'm here, I can just see it. And generally this chest should be empty. It's just that I have a lot more polished stone than I need. Now let's place a Corporea spark on this, and a Corporea spark on this. Now with that, I should be able to request, I think, anything. So let's see, I've got prismarine. So let's say prismarine. Let me see if I can remember how to do this thing. I know I can hit C and it should work. No, do I not have any terra steel? I'll be right back. Let me figure out how this works again. Turns out I was close, but not quite close enough. As in, literally, I need to be this close to it. So I moved it over here. That way I can be kind of in the center here and be able to access this and my deposit chest here, while also being within range of the Corporea index. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's say leather. Request 1 leather out of 35, 1 taken. So it'll tell me how many I have in the system, as well as I can just pull it from anywhere. Right now it's going to be anywhere inside these chests, well, inside these storage drawers. So I can say stack of cobblestone. It'll give me 64. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. That's set up there. What I'm also going to do then is go ahead and throw these on these chests. These are my mod chests. Right now I don't have it sorting to them yet, but I will at some point, and this way I'll be able to draw from them. This is just kind of a vanilla random things chest. You know, I'll put one here too. That may not be within range, I'm not entirely sure. I think they have to be within 10 blocks of each other, but yeah, if not, I can put some extra chests up there and make it work. So with that, we have Corporea working for taking items, which is only half of the story. Other part is the Corporea crystal cube. This is Dreamwood, that's why I needed that, Elf Glass, and Corporea Spark. So I'm going to go ahead and get that parts there. Let's see, I need Elf Glass. I have 0. Did I spell that correctly? You used to be able to hit C on these to request automatically. I think I actually don't have any. Let's see, that'd be right here. Yeah, I don't have any. Okay. Do I have any mana glass? No. Do I have any regular glass? Yes, I have 8 stacks. We'll take 4. We'll run downstairs, and I'm going to turn this all into Elf Glass. I'll be right back. And we're back. So I went ahead and actually made 3 stacks of the Elf Glass here, but I only need the 8 right now. So we're going to make 8 Corporea crystal cubes. Shift click. So let's go ahead and head downstairs. And let's see. Actually, you know what I need? I need frames. Item frames is what I need. Which needs leather. And I'm doing this old-fashioned way. 8. Yep, there we go. 8. And then I also need, let's see, probably a stack is good. Stack, stick. There we go. I think that's how you make it, yeah. So let's place you in the middle, surround you with that, and gets us our item frames. Next up, we need pretty much one of each item that I'm going to be controlling. So let's get a cobblestone, and also a, let's see, obsidian, and I'm also going to need a sand and a gravel. And I'll need a couple more other things later, but for now, this will work. Let's run downstairs. Kind of trying to figure out the theme I want down here. I kind of like this similar to upstairs, but I don't want it to be just too repetitive, the same few colors over and over. I think I will go with the polished raw stone down here for kind of lining everything. Let's go ahead and place crystal cube here. Actually, let me break this again. So, if I place a cube like that, I don't have any redstone. Now I wonder if I can reach redstone from here if I just say stack redstone. Oh. It would work except that it's upstairs, which isn't that useful. I guess it does. It pops out, missed my door. It pops out at the cube, so it's probably just sitting here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, back downstairs. Alrighty, and let's start with, I guess obsidian will work. Actually, don't think I need the item frames now that I think about it. If I place this in here, obsidian. Now let's throw a Corporea spark in here. Oh. You shift click. Right now, it says I have 0. The reason for that is, like I said, there's a range on these things. So we're gonna expand our range. Where'd that moonstone go? Huh. Oh, I must have accidentally broken it. A lot of the Ars Magica blocks seem to break with a single click, which isn't that useful. That's why I'm not using Vintium anywhere. Let's place you there. Can probably do another one here. And another one. Why not? You know, can I, if I do that, are you gonna reach? You might reach. Let's find out. No, you won't. Okay. Let's try another one here. Everything should be linked. Why are you not working? Do I need my wand? There we go. Wand of the forest. Ah, right. I'm going to be right back and figure out how I can use this. I know it's able to emit a redstone signal when depending on the capacity, but it should be telling me what my capacity, how many I have up there is. So I'll be right back. Alright, figured out my problem. Number one was I didn't have the things linked close enough, so I just put a couple extra chests down there. I'll at some point figure out nice spacing and probably hide them so I don't have random chests sitting around. But also, I got a number out of the cube, but I need to actually be able to do something with it. So in order to do that, we need comparators. So let me show you one of the really nice things about the Corporea here. I've already got my stone for the comparators, but I need a stack nether quartz I can spell. And I also need I need 3 stacks of redstone. 3 stack redstone. And I need 3 stack stick. I have a lot of sticks on hand. So that gets me that, which is enough to make comparators. So let's go ahead. Actually, let's do this in assembly halo. It's probably a bit easier. The reason it's easier is I can just right click here. Right click. Shift click, shift click. That work? Oh, only does one at a time. Well, that's not that useful actually then. We'll just do the manual way. And last one's here. I need comparator. It's pretty easy, but I just want to be able to shift click it. So, stack of those. You notice I also have bookcases selected here. The reason for that is I need something to actually compare my signal against. So the way that the crystal cubes work here, if I place this down and let's say obsidian, and let's throw a spark on it. So this is what I have downstairs. It says 1846. So this will output a signal based off of the amount in it, which is pretty handy. If let me get some more redstone, stack redstone. This says here power 11. So the way this works is it's a logarithmic scale, which basically means each one is before, or each level is double what it is before. This being power 11 here, it's basically 2 to the 11th power, which if I tab out real quick and do 2 to the 11th power, it says 2048, which is a little bit more than I have, but it's probably because it's not really that exact. Yeah, so if I do 2 to the 10th, it's 1024. So this would start outputting power 11 when I have more than 1024. So if we go over here, let's steal a couple stacks. 17, 18. Oh, that's right. The number it's outputting is based off of not what I have up here, but because I was stupid and I put a Corporea spark on the chest down here, it's also counting the amount that's sitting in this chest. So let's see, if I place you in here, let's go ahead and right click, shift right click. How do I break this thing? Get up there. Yeah, so since I'd put it on this chest here, it's counting this full inventory. You know, let's do it this way. And where can I put this that won't be counted anywhere? You're not very useful. Okay, let's run back upstairs. And it says 833. It's now outputting 10. So when it hits 1024, it'll then go up to 11. So what can I do with that? You think it's not very useful. Comparators, if you have a power signal going in the side, Do I have a lever on me? Of course not. Do I have a lever in my system? Yes, I do. If we place a lever here, turn it on, it'll stop outputting a signal, or it should. Not sure why it's not. Do I need to have redstone? I shouldn't. Yeah, there we go. Power 0. Because the 11 or the 10 that it would be putting out is less than my 15 here. So if we do this instead, let's place a line of these. It's really annoying that this doesn't update right away. So let's place down some levers here. I don't have more than one lever. Stack lever. I have 3. Perfect. So if we place these along here, we can control the amount of power that goes into here. So right now, if I turn this on, it's 15. This is less than 15, so it's not going to turn on. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So let's move our levers over there. Okay. And you, and you. If I turn you on, this guy, when it starts updating, it says power 0, because I'm putting in a signal of 11. So instead of running a string of redstone, what I can do is use bookcases. A really handy thing with the Bibliocraft bookcases is depending on which slot you put a book in, it will basically output a signal. So let's get some stack oak logs. Are they called? It's just called stack oak, probably. I know I have a lot in here. Oak wood. Okay. At some point I'll learn all the names of these things, then I'll be able to grab it easier. So let's turn you into regular wood. And let's turn you into some slabs. Next up, let's turn you into bookcases. And let's also grab, let's say, 5 book. Okay. So right now, I'm using levers to stretch out my signal to get to 11 to be able to turn off the comparator until it hits 1024. If instead, let's go ahead and break these. I'm kind of doing this from memory, so I hope this works. I can't remember if it has to be directly next to it or if I need a comparator. I'm thinking I probably need a comparator. So let's place you here. Let's grab a comparator. You are placed, but you're invisible. It's going to get annoying. Power 0. So if we place a book here, maybe enchant power. Does it have to be? I wonder if I need it to actually be full. Comparator, power 0. I hope they didn't change this. That'd be kind of sad. This is a really useful feature. Does it output a signal directly? No. Let me look at this and I'll be right back. I was so close. There's actually a book, specifically called Redstone Volume 1. And it's pretty simple. It's literally just a book and a redstone torch. Once you make that, and if you open it up, you can read it. It basically says everything I said before, except it has to be this specific book. And you don't need a comparator. You don't need really anything. So let's move you. Breaking. There we go. Don't know if that actually made it or not. Is it currently? Yeah, it says currently harvestable, so it just popped into my inventory too quickly. So let's open you up, and I want a signal of, so there's, let's see, 8 up here, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11. 11's what I wanted. So if I place here, I have power 10 coming out. Is that right? 8. Right. 1 is 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. It gives me an output of 10, which will let this go through because I now have more than 1026. So yeah, Redstone Volume 1 placed in a bookcase gets you a variable power supply, if you want to call it that, which I'm going to be using in hopefully a bit more compact than this, downstairs to set up my automation. So let me get everything together I need for that, and I'll meet you downstairs. So if we remember, the ritual stones won't get broken by the ritual of the crusher here. So let's place our comparator on top of it, and the Corporea crystal cube in the front here. And let's go ahead and place the spark on it. Shift right click, yeah, there we go. And let's toss an obsidian into it. So it says I have 182 upstairs. Right now I took off the spark from there, just shift right click on the spark with the wand of the forest. So we have 182, it's not increasing. So let's place right here, I need my side input. So we're going to use a bookcase. Place you right here. And let me open this up. Let's see. Now, if my math is correct, I need 2 to the 12th gets me 4096. So I want to be able to turn off when I have 4096 in here, which would be plenty enough. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Now, this will start outputting a signal at 12. So right now, it's at 182. In fact, let's test this first. What's a good number? Actually, let's just bump it down by 1. It's only 2000, and I think I have enough for that. So let's place this obsidian back in here. And let me grab an input here. Flight spell. There we go. Input node goes on top of this chest. And let me see, do I have my wrench on me? Never have the tool I need on me. Node router. Link you to, let's see, what line do I need it to be? This one. That's linked together. This number here should start increasing. And we'll see if it shuts off once I hit my, I think it's 2048. Yep. So let me go grab the obsidian that I tossed in that chest and go ahead and throw it upstairs. I'll be right back just so I'm not wasting time here. Alright, so I threw that upstairs, the amount that I had in there, so I'm up to 1756. Still going to be taking, this is the spell I want. It's still going to be taking that out of this chest here until I hit, well, actually I'll keep grabbing all this anyway. I'm just going to do it 8 at a time. We're sitting here at 1860. So when the front of the comparator lights up is when it's outputting a signal, which should turn off the ritual. So we will find out if it's actually doing that. Which I think it seems to already have shut it off. I wonder why. I'm wondering if this here, if I move you up one, does that shut off? Oh, okay, now it's moving again. Right, I can count. Yeah. 2056, I had this in the wrong slot. Right. So, at this point, it's up to the 2024, is it? Let me check that number again. Yeah, 2048. So, that's good. So let's bump you up to here, which should get me my 4000. So it's going to keep taking this from this chest here. The ritual's going to keep mining this. And then once I have 4096 in my system, which is well under the total amount I can hold, I think I can hold about 6,000 some right now, it'll shut off the system and stop mining more of this. It's pretty much set up. I'm going to go ahead and put this on all the rest of these rituals here. And yeah, that should be a working system. Alrighty, so I've got my obsidian system here working, and the system over here is making cobblestone for me. So that worked out pretty well for these two. Now, as far as actually making sand and everything, that's going to be a bit more complicated. I think I'm going to have to probably move this section over to this side here to give myself some room. Basically, the idea is, let me kind of map it out here. Let's go over to where we've got room. So this chest here is our existing chest once it pops up. Turn around, come back. There we go. So here's our existing chest that we have as kind of an input. So right now we've got, why does it keep turning invisible? We have our output node on top of it. So that's kind of, place him there. Maybe, yeah. I need to fix that. So what we're going to have to do though is in order to make it so that we can shut off certain things at a time, we're going to need to use a couple extra hoppers. What we can do for this is So we have a hopper leading into this chest here. Ideally it'd go on top, but I think I don't have room for that. Might be able to, well, let's just play with this idea. So if we put an output node on the side of this, then we can have this hopper be filled with whatever we want. So let's say we want sand in here, or we want gravel, which I don't have on me, of course. Let's pretend it's sand. So place the sand in there, it'll fill it, let's say with 64 sand. I'm not going to link this up, so it doesn't really matter the number I enter here right now. So that means this hopper will always have 64 sand. Now in order to have that not automatically flow into this chest, we need to set up our little system like we did before, with the comparator here and the bookcase next to it, which is all well and good in our, let's put this here, in the Corporea cube here, set for gravel. Set for sand for this one, because this would be filled with gravel, is what we're pretending it is. So this will say, hey, when we are low on sand, then start pumping gravel into the system to turn it into sand. That works out well. However, this isn't really tileable. Looking at this here, there's not really a nice way I can do that. I suppose what I could do is instead maybe have the bookcase on this side. It'll output a redstone signal to the chest, which shouldn't be a problem. So let's place you there instead. If I break this, this will only really give me, do I have an axe on me? Here we go. Let's place you here. There we go. So this kind of works. It's a little bit, not really tileable. Well, let's see. See, I still like the idea better of it being on top of my chest here. So let's play with that idea. So let's break everything. Break you. Get the pickaxe to break you. Break the hopper, break this hopper, and break this node. So, okay. We've got our chest. If we place a hopper on top of this chest, then what I can do is I can place hopper on this side and hopper on this side. So basically, once those appear, I'll be able to have, let me get some blocks. Blocks here, redstone comparator there, redstone comparator here, and I don't want my signal in the middle because I'll disable that middle hopper. So let's instead place bookcase here, bookcase on this side. Does that work? It does. And Corporea crystal here, Corporea crystal here. Let's wait for that to magically appear. Look, items appeared and they are not in the right spots. Why did that place on the side? Whatever. You here. Item rendering. So, okay. This system here kind of works, but it only gives me two options. I might be able to get a third one here on this side. I don't have any more hoppers on me. You kind of get the general idea. What I'd have to do is maybe I could stack this vertically, I think would work. And if I did that, I guess really right now I only really need the gravel and the cobblestone to go in here, because that'll get me gravel, sand, etc. So I think for now I might do this. If I do it like with this setup here, what I can do is I can move my output nodes, which of course I only have two on me, so I can't really show you. I'd have my regular output node here on the side of this chest for making, oh, there it is. So I'd have one here, one on this hopper, one on this hopper, and then that gets me my two items that I want to control the quantities of, and then the items that I want just all of it to go for grinding. That makes sense? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and make that real quick, and then I'll show you, and I think after that we're going to have to call this an episode. I think we are getting pretty close to the 30-minute mark. So I'll be right back. And we're back, just putting the finishing touches on here. Got you linked for sand, so let's go ahead and throw Corporea Spark on here. And it should be able to link here. Maybe? Probably not close enough actually. Okay, that's fine. I don't have these started to load anything yet. This guy over here, we'll place a filter in there. And we want cobblestone in you. So we want cobblestone, and let's say we want 64. This one over here is already set for 64 gravel. The one in the middle here I need to set for my gold and iron again. I don't have any in my system right now, so it doesn't really matter at this point. I think that would work. Yeah, that way it'll always be filling this. That would prioritize the gravel or the golden iron over the cobblestone and gravel and stuff like that. I think that's okay though. So I shouldn't actually be having that much, and honestly I'll probably switch that over to being an ember system anyway. So I think that works. I need to place a routing thing here, or a another thing to link my Corporea with at least. So let's place you probably right here would work. It just needs to have a spark on it. That should now link. So you've got 605 gravel, and I did check. I have it just sitting down there. Even though my sand is being compressed into sandstone, it is actually giving me the count of the total if I were to withdraw it all as sand. So that works, so it'll work off of that. Gravel, I need to put an upgrade into that so it can actually hold the amount that I'm going to be putting in here. I have this set for 2048. This one here is my 4096, which is what I've got the other two items going for. I think these are ready to be linked. This guy here needs a filter at least, otherwise it'll start throwing everything in. So let's grab the node router, and we need to grab from this guy, link you. I could just link these together, but I kind of like the spider web that's showing here. So place that in there. Okay, so this is saying I have 600 gravel. That's going to be subtracting because it's going to be filling this guy here with gravel. Since this is low, then that means that I'm going to be dropping. Let's turn off our magnet. Yep, need to put a Selagnolia around here. So it's going to be dropping the gravel here. This one might be filling. I think that's fine. I'm going to have enough storage space to be able to hold probably 4,000 some. So this is going to kind of get me a backlog. I think that's okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if I can put anything on the Rancarpus to speed it up at all or not. But he's placing it down here, which is going to be then getting broken, going into this. So let's see. That number is going to keep going down because it's being filled, mostly with gravel. But once this fills up all the way, which shouldn't be too much longer here, there, cobblestone's filled. So that means this is going to stop pulling cobblestone. Gravel is almost filled. Almost. There we go. 64 gravel. That means this guy's stuck at 64. So this is going to stop going down now. Which that means it should start going up once I have a couple things breaking here. Yep, there we go. 354. So yeah, the system is pretty much all set up. The gravel is going to slowly increase. Once it increases, then this will stop taking it and putting it in here. So once I have that filled up, then it'll start taking the gravel, which will then fill up my sand, which should work. You know what I'm going to do? Let's drop you to here. Let's see, that's 2048, so this is 1024, so this is 5 something. Do I want 5 something? 5 something's probably fine. I don't need a whole lot of gravel. I did realize that the bookcase here, if you place it this direction, it emits a redstone signal out of every side except for the front. So since it's facing this direction, I won't be shutting down my hopper. The hopper is, however, being powered by the pressure plate down here. So I think that works. Everything should be working fine. I'm going to be kind of watching this for a little bit, but I think we're going to call this for an episode. If you have any sort of feedback, positive or negative, if you like what you see with the automation and how it's taking form here, please let me know. It's like I said, it's everything's kind of coming together here, getting all my infrastructure set up, and then I can start exploring all these other mods. So with that, have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Bye-bye.